BBC Radio Bristol.
All this week, BBC Radio Bristol will be right up my street.
Welcome to Downend.
Downend is just a big community. Everyone's happy to help out the local businesses.
There's a village atmosphere, some nice shops, some eating places, curry houses and a few pubs.
All this year, BBC Radio Bristol will be right up my street as they visit where we live, work and play in the West.
Downend is, for me, a very friendly, happy place.
Downend is thriving, has no empty shops.
We certainly found that.
Village feel on the edge of a big city, but close to the countryside.
BBC Radio Bristol will be live in Downend all day today. It's a great little spot.
BBC Radio Bristol.
Well, this week we've been right up your street in South Gloucestershire. Today it was Downend where we were. Well, the area is going to benefit from a new folk club very soon. The first concert is being held on Easter Saturday. I've been chatting with the two men behind the folk club, Steve Johnson and Ant Miles, and is excited about bringing folk music to South Gloucestershire.
It's all happened quite quickly. We had a meeting just after Christmas, and we've already got now 3 or 4 concerts on sale, and everything's happening incredibly quickly. It's a brand new venture that came out of some people with like-minded people with interest in folk music, and we decided to do something about it.
Steve, this sounds fairly exciting. There's obviously a demand and a huge interest for it, I guess, in Downend.
Oh, there is. There's a big resurgence in the folk world at the moment, new folk, and really Downend, this side of Bristol, is underserved for that sort of quality concert. There are great folk clubs, which are very much a case of get up and have a go yourself. There's folk around fish ponds, and there's the Dragon Folk Club, who are doing a great job. But what's missing is, some of this new young folk, quality folk artists that are really creating a new movement in folk, and we wanted to do something to serve them and also the new young public.
OK, so you're appealing to all ages then?
Oh, all ages. I mean, my involvement in folk started in the Troubadour Folk Club up in Clifton, where the MC was old John Turner. You may have heard of him.
He kept that one quiet, believe you me.
No, but that's what got me going. That's what inspired me. It was a real scene, place to be. People like Keith Warmington would played there, but the big names like Wiz Jones and John Renburn and so on. But there's a similar thing going on now, but I don't think there's anywhere this side of Bristol which is serving that folk following.
Brilliant. What is it about folk music that appeals to you then, Steve?
It's the directness, I think, and the freshness about it, and it's a very difficult thing to define what is folk and not. But people who everybody knows it when they hear it. But what was great about the Troubadour and the folk scene round about that in the late 60s, early 70s was the buzz that everyone got from it, was the whole culture. And that's what we're trying really to share with a new audience.
Yeah, and recreate. It's brilliant. And back with you. I mean, where are the concerts going to be?
Well, the first one's at actually in Christchurch itself, in Downend. That's on Easter Saturday. That's a Sheffield-based trio called Bright Season, who are fairly recently formed, but they're absolutely fantastic. And then after that, for the moment, we're going to be in Frenchay Village Hall. And in May, we've got Bella Hardy, who's just won the UK Folk Singer of the Year award at the BBC Radio 2 Folk Awards. So that's a big draw. She's going to be fantastic.
That's brilliant. How is the local scene? I mean, you've mentioned there are artists from Sheffield, Bella Hardy as well. Is there much local talent in the world of folk?
Yes, in fact, the big name in Bristol folk music will be Jim Murray. He's just agreed to be our patron, actually, and as part of that he's going to be playing a concert at Downend Folk Club in December, so it's great to have him on board and have his input as well.
OK, and for anyone listening to us right now, Ant, who'd like to come along to that first concert, how do they get tickets?
You can get them from our website, which is www.downendfolkclub.co.uk. You can also buy them at Forget-Me-Not in Downend for each concert.
Brilliant. Listen, it's an exciting initiative. I wish you every success with it, and lovely to chat with you this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Geoff.
Thank you, Geoff. Thank you.